Hey everybody, this is a 1996 Honda Accord LX. Anyways, it's got the 2.2 liter in it, non-VTEC, 16 valve single overhead cam. This is actually a Frankenstein motor, has a 2.3 block on it, and it's been a pain in the ass. Got done doing a complete rebuild. It's time to do the valve clearance adjustment again because I put a nice clean cam on with a shitty head, and yeah, so as it's wearing in, I got to keep adjusting valves until I get a VTEC conversion, which is ECM and a bunch of other crap. So anyways, some people have had complaints on other videos that I wasn't doing the work at the time. I was trying to keep them short so that you wouldn't waste time watching a lengthy video. But here it goes. So here's your long one. And I'm Jim. I'm your tour guide, or whatever you want to call me for now. And anyways, okay, starting off, you're gonna see I have all the plug wire, or the spark plug ends out, just to basically show you. All right, now on my motor in particular, number one cylinder is just below the coil wire here, and the firing order is 1, 3, 4, 2. So in order, 1, 3, 4, 2. So you can easily follow those around. If you have them routed right, they should all be, you know, longest to shortest. So you can just do something like this. Here, I'm gonna set you down. Maybe I'll put you right between the positive and negative of the battery. How about that? It's not a metal tripod. Here we go. That's probably not going to be the best, but all right. This is what I do. Then I'll take a breather, fold that back, use these to hold the breather back, and I'll also pull the coil wire. Just kind of loop that back. Only reason I'm trying to hold these back is just because pulling that valve cover off is just a little easier with a little bit more room. And I'm just gonna keep routing them over and over and over. Okay, that one stick. Okay, so next off, you're gonna have your throttle cable, and this I actually just routed over that way just for temporary. So tools you're going to need: I have an improvised 10mm, you'll see why in a minute. A bent feeler gauge, you'll also see why in a minute. 10mm, just regular socket, you might see why in a minute. And this is a improvised bar for your camshaft pulley. What I'll do is I'll put this in, and you'll see that in a minute too, but I'll put this in between the gears, or the spokes, and turn it. So it's turning counterclockwise, which I just showed you clockwise. Or you could use the harmonic balancer adapter. So this fits right over into the harmonic balancer adapter. The reason I have this wrench on, or a ratchet instead of a breaker bar, is because then I can just get a little bit more play if I need it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is make this kind of quick, and I'm gonna put you back down in a place that might be suitable for seeing what I'm doing. Don't fall off. Okay, so I mean, if you're somewhat mechanically inclined, it's not that bad. I don't know, any special Olympics winner can probably do it. Have a lot of talent. Make sure you grab your back washers, because they will fall off as soon as you try to pick up your valve cover. You can leave your front two. Take this clip, just put it to the back anywhere. Actually, what I do is I lock it over on the side here. Oh, I just got that's a washer hose that I still have to route later. Pay no attention. These are not the droids you're looking for. Okay. Next, I know by using my stethoscope where my problem was lying in the clatter. And my clatter was actually in the number 4 cylinder. Everything else sounded still okay. So I'm gonna set this off to the side. And I'm gonna grab a magnet quick, just to be safe. And a dirty, oh, what the hell? Dirty hairy rag, just to play around on top of the clean motor with. All right, I'm gonna use this magnet just to kind of fish the bottom of the pan, see if there's anything in it. Make sure your magnet's nice and clean first so that you know if I can even do that. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna run this along the bottom, the catches, and just see if there's any metal of any kind in there, which is probably gonna be aluminum. So then that's not gonna stick anyways. Just to make sure that I'm not ruining anything. Okay. And it's all looking pretty clean. So I've only ran it a couple times, just had to readjust a couple times. So I figured, you know, everybody wants to see it done start to finish. Well, let's go. Alright, so you want to be on top dead center. Let's see if you can see this. Alright. So on the back side of this pulley you can also, what the hell is it? Alright. You'll also be able to see that there's going to be a mark saying up. You're going to put that to the up. However, there are also 2 other lines on here on this pulley. Let's see, do I have another light? 2 seconds. Oh. Okay, on this pulley there's 2 other marks. And if we can see it, this belt is riding a little bit odd. Oh, what the hell am I even looking at here? I don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom it in. If we could find one of them, we'd be good. Okay, so there's one of them right, you can see it. Stay, you son of a bitch. You can see it right here. When I shine the light back on it, if I can. Okay. You motherfucker, it's stuck. All right, so you can kind of see, maybe not. Okay, you can kind of see that one right there. And on the opposite side, there's another one. Now what that does, it lines up with the case on each side. So on here and over here is where that other mark lines up. When that says up, this is actually all on a little bit of an angle, you know, so just so you know. So when you're at top dead center, you're gonna see that your valves will be at the bottom side of the lobe, and then that's where you're gonna want to do your checking. And then, as I said, mentioned before, when it's on top dead center and you're going counterclockwise, it is going to be in the firing order then, which is going to put you at 1, 3, 4, and 2. So that's the adjustment. Basically, that's the way you're going to adjust these valves. So let's see. I'm going to go in between. If I can do this and look through the damn camera at the same time. There's so much shit in the way of these motors. Oh yeah, that's right, I didn't have the hood on before. Made this bar extra long. Oh, I'm in. Okay, so you want to make sure you're not riding in on the plastic, which I'm blocking all the light now. So, and when you pull this down, you're not going to ride in on that plastic. There it is. Ow. And wait for it. And you can hear the compression, relief. Oh, I'm going the complete wrong way anyways to start at number 1. Hold on, back up. It's actually easier to go backwards order, which, I mean, whatever's easiest, go with it. Okay, I gotta be getting close to my mark. I don't know if I can show that or not. However, compression is right. Fucking hang this stupid light in the wrong spot. Seems like wherever I put it is in the wrong spot. Anyways, just about ready to throw this fucking phone. Okay, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it or not. Again, piece of crap doesn't focus. However, those marks on focus, you can kind of see. Maybe not. I'm trying to back it off. Okay, I don't know if you can remember where that mark was, but it's right down here now, right up the tip of my finger. Let's see it kind of. On the opposite side, it'll be right in line with the case as well. So then, you know, you're at top dead center to start. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, so then you're going to want to take your feeler gauge. Your intake. It's going to be, oh my god, no, it's too bright. Okay, 0.010. Your exhaust is going to be 0.012. If you can see it. This is horrible. I totally apologize. Yeah, let's go this way, since that's the way that phone is supposed to be held. Alright, there. 0.012. So that's exhaust. But you want to pay attention to where your lobes are riding. Like this one's coming up. This one's all the way down at the bottom. So your lobe point is all the way at the far opposite side. So I'm going to check the exhaust. And this, I'm going to set it down again. Pain in the dick. There you go. Alright, I always hold on one side, make sure you're on the right gap, and then you want to make sure that it just clears, no resistance. Get out of here, I'm naked! Told you that. Better run. Anyways, so you're going to make sure you have this gauge going in flat, and you don't have hang up, but you don't want it as loose as it is right now, so I'm actually going to adjust that down a little bit. This one seems really loose for some reason. Because if you put it on an angle, it's going to hold up on you. This one's loose. Sometimes checking it from the side is a little easier, sometimes not. All depends on the angle you're at. I'm blocking all the damn light. Okay. This one actually feels like it's pretty close to intolerance. You only have 0.008 to deal with each way, but I'm going to try to get it to be right on. So what I'm going to do is take my tool, just going to crack that free, stick my screwdriver right down inside of it. I'm just going to give it just a tick of a turn. And the other thing is always hold down the back of the, talk here. Yep. Big hairy shop dog. Really good to have around clean motor. Okay, so that you can kind of see it's just hanging up just a little on the return. So that's pretty damn close. And then if I slide it under, I don't have any resistance. So sliding it sideways, I can tell I just want to be a tick more, so I'm just going to kind of gently hold that. All the rest of the crap out of my hands. Okay. So I am right there. So that feels pretty good. Now, you can either use this end to hold it. However, either way, put your wrench on, or put your screwdriver on. Well, if you're gonna use this or any type of a tool like that, put your screwdriver, oh geez, see what I just did, moved it. Put your screwdriver on first and then tighten it. Always try to make a visual mark of where this was. This was just a little off of center. And then just make sure you're snug for now, because you're gonna just double check before you crank her tight. Make sure which feeler gauge you got, if you got both of them hanging out like I do. And that actually is going right in perfect. So it's just very little hang up on the return. Should be good. Okay, and then on to the next one right there. This one's really damn close. It's definitely within the tolerance because, I mean, it's hanging up any little bit of pullback. It's just a touch loose. So right away, off the bat, I am going to use the box end so I can make sure that everything is staying in place, and I'm going to just give it a little bit more to lock it in place. This one, just a little loose, not even a 1/16 of a turn. And I'm just going to set that right there. The other thing I forgot to add is I always like to wiggle them back and forth. I like to wiggle it just to make sure. And I've just very little drag on the return, but I'm sliding through sideways very easy. So I'm going to crack it, do it one more time. You'll notice those big strings or spider webs that look like they're coming out of that. That's that Lucas oil stabilizer or oil treatment. I highly recommend running it in any motor in place of 1 gallon of oil. Okay, get this crap out of your way. So then this one is just fitting in from the side. No hang-ups, no, I mean, it's not just sliding in like a breeze either, so I'd say we're good. Let's give that a crank. Okay, so now that we're at top dead center, actually I can check this opposite side. So that's going to be the .010. This is where you got to close one or the other. Okay, so these are actually right on the money. That one is. Can't say these yet. Alright. That one's on the money too. Okay, so I'm going to try and get this closer so you can hopefully see what I'm seeing. Okay, so it's barely no hang up, but as I pull out, it's just got a tick of resistance, not much. So I'm right within the tolerance. Okay, so then moving on. All right, I'm gonna put you back over here. Hopefully you can still see. That's a good view. All right, I'm gonna crank the motor counterclockwise so I know which way I'm going. So pull it back toward me. Oh, so I gotta be this way on it. Okay, so then you're gonna be watching your number 3 cylinder. It's gonna come off that lobe. You'll hear it release compression, kind of like a little heavy sigh, like ugh. I'm just gonna reposition on this one more time. There it is. It's starting to. I should just take and cut this fucking thing off. Apologize for my language. I'm pretty frustrated all day. Just got done at the dentist's office. That was awesome. Okay, so right now, looks like my 2 exhausts are at the full, very bottom of the lobe. I'm just coming off of the main point right there. Okay, so I guess, I don't know, you know, the easiest way I found is once this lobe for your intake is pointing right at you, you're okay to check. Because you'll notice that this will taper down to almost right on to the camshaft. So, yeah, you're definitely safe to check. Okay, so should be able to test right here. Okay, that is right within tolerance. That one's still good. Now when I ran this motor, I listened with the stethoscope and I could hear this one was my issue, number 4. That one had a little bit more play than it should, which was creating, you know, clatter. These valves should actually be adjusted. I mean, geez, depending on your usage. If you're taking this thing Bahang or whatever you're gonna do with it, I mean, you know, I would say 40 to 60,000, or if you're lenient and easy driving, just daily commuter driver, 80,000. You know, but as soon as you start hearing valve ticking, you know, definitely, if you don't want to do it, take it someplace, take it to somebody that will do it, if they'll do it right. It's not that hard to do. If you have, just go get one of these gauges for less than 10 bucks and socket set. And a monkey, maybe a midget with a bag of chips. Maybe all good to go. Okay, so checking again. Like I said, this was not my problem, this cylinder, but I'm just going through it with you anyways. This is not hanging up, it's perfectly going in. And remember, always hold this backside, but I was just showing you it's actually fitting in fine. So anyways, I don't really think that I have to go through the whole tutorial. However, I'm going to show you what I come to next, because like I had mentioned, listening to it, let's see how good I am. Oh, my tripod is collapsing slowly. Might be melting from putting it in between the two positive and negatives, and we're just going to run with it. Just kidding. All right. Use your tools. Don't be a tool. Counterclockwise. Mother of pearl. Okay, hear that? Probably not, because I'm talking. Over here. Nope. Well, okay. So once again, I'm watching for these 2 points to come around. I'm going to bring you around, so this way you can kind of see on the lobe. You're going to be watching right in here and right in here for these two to be pointing back at you. It's not polite to point. Son of a bitch. Oh, I should never put this freaking hood on. Mother of fucking pus bucket. Okay. Just need that last little bit of swearing. Keep your kids away while you're watching this video, if you're still watching it. So I might be doing a lot more swearing soon, or poking holes in this hood. This is my car. Not too happy about it, because I have a lot nicer cars than this piece of shit. But I built the crap out of it, so I can actually do some more with it. I just need a little bit more out of this one turn. Okay, I don't know if you could even see me struggling on that one, but probably heard it. Just go. Just shh, let it happen. Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? Okay, do not put this long of a frickin' bar on here. It only needs to be about here. If you do anything like that. Like, I just welded that thing together quick. Okay, keep watching the lobes. Let's see if I can get them on an angle. Here, watch the lobes. Just kidding. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get it right. How do I get to that side? Okay. See how they're pointing right toward me now? As you look underneath, you should be able to see them sitting right on the lowest spot of the cam. See, there's your exhaust in the inside. Yeah, right, you can't see that. Anyways, right here is your intake. Here's your exhaust. Same thing on the other side. Intake, exhaust. Can't see it anyways. Oh shit. Alright, so once again, what I mentioned, that is where I was hearing the problem. The incessive rattling. You mother. Holy hell, am I having problems today. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be playing in traffic. That's pretty much what Now I got oil all over this. That's really gonna stay in place well. Okay, all on an angle, as most of my day goes. All right, back to 0.010, if you can see that. All right, just gonna check my intakes, because I can hear the rattle in the front, or the clatter in the front. So I'm guessing it's not the intakes. You don't want these set too tight by any means, or you're gonna have a valve issue. A little loose is, you know, better than too tight. However, I recommend just trying to be as close on the money as you can. You know, 0.008 or 0.0008 is not much of a tolerance. Try and stick this in. Gotta close this one. That. That's what she said. Try and stick it in. You mother. My buddy thinks that I'm naked out here, so that's awesome. He's not gonna come back out for a while. Maybe never. Just kidding, Jace. All right, so that one's perfect. Okay, moment of truth. Exhaust. Too tight. Way too tight. Son of a bitch. That one barely went in there. I actually had to kind of force that one. Yeah, here again. Oh, got it in there. All right, so something's going on here. Yeah, it's tight. Okay. So there's my problem. I had to, just like I said, don't set them too tight. These are both way too tight, which is causing almost a knot. So anyways, I'm gonna go through the same process of loosening these as I did tightening those. I'm gonna go through the whole process one more time just to make double sure before I put this thing back together, because it's been done so many times. I really hope that whoever was pissed at me for not, you know, writing or making a nice long tutorial on it, you know, with the Toyota Sienna upper and lower, you know, I was forced to make a short one because I couldn't upload a long one, and I did that 3 times, so I was pissed. Anyways, I really hope this helps you out. Geez, if you have any questions, I guess call your mom. Yeah, and that will conclude this video. Oh, maybe not. When I put my oil pan or valve cover bolts back on, the 4 with the washers, I'll take you over to the bench. Oh, I got little diagrams and shit. Okay, so you'll see that these holes have, or these washers have a basically an extruding part in them. So what I do is I'll actually kind of place this on there, have the studs come up centered through the hole, and then push these and twist them into the gap to make sure that my valve covers are centered, or my valve cover holes, bolts are centered. And then I will torque them down to about 5 pounds, 5 foot-pounds, and that's it. Like, no more than that. I usually don't even like to go that far, but it's sealed it off pretty damn nice, and never had any leaks. So anyways, hope this helps you out. Good luck.